You never guess what happened the other day. The other day I'm perusing, I'm doing my perusing. I'm on the old social medias, I'm on the old YouTube, and I stumble across this video. I stumble across this video of a former enemy of mine. A former enemy of mine. Well, I'm saying former because, I'm pretty sure there's been enough water been under the bridge, and also I don't really remember what happened. But who knows? This person probably still not like me. You never know. But I did see this video of a former enemy of mine that made me flipping laugh about how funny how life turns out. And about how funny it is that we end up in different situations and different parts of our life and different phases. Anyway, so if you're wondering, who is this former enemy of mine? Well, you know me. I've got a bunch of enemies out there, innit? Because unfortunately, being a semi-professional hater can sometimes, make people not like you too much because you have some, let's say, questionable, or you have some problematic opinions about what they do or what they say. So the person that I'm talking about here, the person that I want to talk about and I want to highlight and I want to react to is the one and only Reggie Yates. Yes, you guessed it, Reggie Yates. Now, most of you won't probably know who that is if you're not from the UK, but Reggie Yates in the UK was pretty popular when I was coming up. He was like one of the only, I think, brown black faces on TV, doing his bits, being a TV presenter. And I also kind of, that's mainly what he did on TV, I think, for the most part. And then I also kind of known him from the scene, because he used to hang around the places that I used to hang around, or maybe I used to hang around where he used to hang around, because some of the places he used to go to were quite bougie and I was never really in that circle, but it was still quite fun, to kind of be in that sort of scene when you go to like party at certain hotels, lounge bars, you go to party at certain Soho clubs and shit. So I kind of bumped into him from time to time in the scene, and I don't remember what happened, but around the time that I was in the scene new, like maybe this was around uni times, so this is maybe when I first started to go to like Central St. Martin's to study product design. Big up Central St. Martin's product design crew. Big up the flipping back hill man them. Yeah. Big up Tottenham Court Road campus. You know Wagwan. So when I first sort of started at Central St. Martin's, I think around that sort of time is when I got involved in the scene. When I got involved in like streetwear, when I got involved in sneakers, skateboarding, DJing, all that good shit, right? That's when I kind of first got into it, about 18 or something or whatever, properly super hard. I started to go out a bunch as well. And around that time also I had a somewhat, not really that popular, but somewhat like niche blog that was kind of popular, called Stop Begging, where I used to kind of, document my daily life and shit. And how people used to blog back in the day. I used to blog quite heavily on this blog called Stop Begging, that was, quite well known at the time in my little small London scene. And I used to, the same thing I do here on this podcast, I used to shoot from the hip in it. I used to rant and rave. And I don't know what I said about him, but I think, did he have a brand? Was it a party? I don't know what it was, but there was something happened. He put something out and I thought it was shit. So I said it was shit. But I guess at the time, I didn't understand that. I wouldn't say we were friends, but I guess maybe I kind of owed him a little bit more grace, because we were like scene friends. Like, hey, what's up? You see each other, hey, what go on, man? You know what I mean? Dap each other. You do the whole like fucking stomp and dap. You do the fucking run up. You know what I mean? Do all the fucking styles of the daps, isn't it? So I think he got annoyed, or not got annoyed. He got really angry. Not annoyed. He got really angry that I said something bad about his brand, about his website. I forgot what it was. Honestly, I wish I remember what it was. Anyway, I didn't think much of it when I said what I said. So he puts a thing out. I go on my blog and write that it's horrible, or it's shit, or that I didn't rate it, or that it could be better. Whatever critique I said, I don't remember what I said. Then the next week or the next day, I go to a party that I think like A-Side must have put on. So this guy called A-Side that hangs around with Tremaine Emery and shit. I don't really talk to him too much anymore now, but he was very much important in kind of like bringing me in, because he was the one that kind of got me the job at 1948 at Nike in that Shoreditch store, which is kind of the reason why I'm probably doing this at the moment, because that kind of set, the pace for everything, all the dominoes falling. So I'll always kind of respect him for doing that. I think he had a party or something somewhere in a hotel. It must have been in a hotel. Probably some hotel thing. I remember it being very shiny and really bright. He put on a party somewhere. I went, and I didn't usually go to those things because I felt they were a bit bougie and too stuck up for me. I liked my stuff a bit more grunge, a bit more rough around the edges. And also, I didn't really like all the people from that scene. I thought they were a little bit snobbish and up their own arse, which, you know, they were, but I just couldn't, I just wasn't able to kind of work it in my advantage to be, you know, to be fair to them. They did nothing wrong by being up their own arse and feeling themselves. A lot of them were very accomplished at a very young age. I was still kind of figuring myself out. I was like, I don't know, first, second year, St. Martin, studying product design and kind of hating it because I was living at home and shit, but I was also loving it because the course I wanted to do, but I was also hating it because I was in a class full of, you know, fucking Japanese students who were fucking killing it and so good. But anyway, regardless, I go to this fucking event and then I guess I bump into Reggie Yates I think as I walk in, I'm not gonna lie, I think as I walk in, I bump into him and I'm like, and I think that's the funny thing about it. I think I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, you know, smiling, and he's not happy. And he just starts going off at me, like, all I remember, I don't remember much about it, because I think we're going to some sort of shouting match, and it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, it's, I don't know, argy bargy, right, handbags, and all I remember him saying is like, that's my baby, man, that's my baby. That's what I remember him saying, that's my baby, and we nearly got into some sort of fight at this fucking industry scene, influencer, fucking, you know, subculture event thing at some hotel, some after party thing. So embarrassing, bro, so embarrassing. And I think that might have solidified my status as like a hater. I'm not gonna lie, even though I don't think I was hating. I just had a blog which I reviewed like cultural things, and he had something that he put out. I don't know if it was a brand or if it was a party or a mix or a video. I forgot what it was, but something I reviewed that he had done that he didn't like my review of. And then he kind of, you know, stepped to me at the party, and then I didn't know that he was on that time. So I kind of got caught off guard, and then we kind of went back and forth. And then I think I left. I don't know what happened after that. I don't think I ever went to a party again actually after that. I'm not going to lie. Actually, it might have been his party. Wasn't it like, was it Trading Places or something like that? Trading Places? I think it might have been actually his party. Yeah, that might have been why he was even more angry. I think it was his rave. I'm not gonna lie, I think it was his party at some hotel. So I say something critical or / insult one of his things, then I go to his party. So I can see why he was mad. I can see why he was, well, like, what the fuck is this guy doing here, man? Why are you coming here trying to drink up my free drinks, you know, wine and dine with all my guests, my illustrious guests, try and riz up some new thing? Nah, man, I'm not gonna make it comfortable for you. I don't even know if did he kick me out? Did he kick me out? I don't know if he kicked me out. Maybe he did. I don't know. I don't remember. It's so long ago. Anyway, regardless, I've not seen him in years. I don't know what the guy's up to. We don't really hang out in the same circles at all. We never did we did for a bit period, but you know, I would never. Why am I going to bump into him? Because I kind of keep myself to myself. But I randomly stumbled across this video on YouTube of him, right? So imagine all the things that happened over the years, right? And I stumbled across this video of him on YouTube showing off his house, I'm assuming here, which I want to react to in real time. It says, A Secret Life of Reggie Yates, a house told with the writer and director. I didn't even know he wrote. I'm not going to lie. From what I remember of him, he used to be a TV presenter. So now in the time that I have known him, or the time that I knew him till now, he's now a writer and a director. And he also looks like he owns a fucking beautiful house. I don't know if karma exists, but I think this might be a bit of my karma. This is the karmic retribution. I was out here hating on this dude's stuff, and here he is living in some, I think this looks like a mansion in London. I don't know, and let me tell you, mansions in London are hard to come by. It looks like he lives in a mansion in London, and allegedly he's a writer and a director. So let's play the video. I'm gonna react to this live in person. I haven't watched this yet, and see what I go on with Reggie Yates. So big up Reggie Yates. I can't believe how fucking things pan out, man. I'm currently talking to you in front of a fucking Angolan flag that I bought for like £10 on Amazon. That's in front of an IKEA shelf. That's also stock, you know, well, yeah, in the one bed flat somewhere in London. And this guy's got a mansion. Oh fuck, life ain't fair, man. But big up Reggie Yates, Okay, presented by Matt Gibbery and The Modern House. Okay. Oh,
hello.
Oh, even the front of his house is beautiful. Holy shit, that's where he lives. Holy shit. That whole thing is his. I don't think I can't remember the last time I've not entered the house that I lived in that didn't have a security code or didn't have a fob. I can't remember the last time I've lived anywhere that didn't have a fob or some sort of code. And this guy's got like a gate, and is that marble? Is that a marbled floor? Is that like a what do you call it? A marbled floor? Look at the flooring leading up to the stairs. God damn, bro. Hating doesn't pay, man. Hating doesn't pay.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Oh, he's still got the V-necks though.
Thank you.
He doesn't change. You still got the fucking that, like, I don't know. Greeting another man in your house wearing a V-neck that deep is fucking crazy, to be fair.
Thank you.
That's a fucking, look how deep that tank top is. Look how deep that V-neck is. Big up my guy Reggie, but look at, he hasn't changed on it. Look how deep that fucking greeting another man in a wife beater that deep with of a U or whatever is absolutely insane, but he looks cozy.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good to see you too. Welcome.
Thank you. You have this slight double life, don't you? Because you're...
Oh, look at the crib. Nigga, I ain't got no hallway. I ain't got no stairs. Is that a parakeet floor? God damn. Alright, cool. Let's continue.
You know.
Well...
What does that mean? What has your research found?
So you have the media side.
Look at those cups. Oh shit. His cup set probably costs more than my entire cutlery set. That cup set looks like it costs money. That's like anodized double, you know, I don't know. The bottom of it is like, you know what I mean? That's like two different materials that have been fused together. No handle. Whew. Yeah, that's money.
And then you have this obsession with buildings, design, architecture.
Yeah.
So tell me about that. Where does that come from?
Is that a separate room or is that a mirror? That's a separate room, right? He's got this like space. This looks really fucking cool. Look at the shelving. Like these random bits, these random pots and bowls and stuff, I'm assuming that have been purchased from travels around the world. A random skate deck probably picked up in some fucking small boutique somewhere in fucking Valencia that he fucking visited while on fucking shoot off a film. That fucking Instagram couch chair. I forgot the designer who does this, but you know, everyone on Instagram has this fucking chair. Another extra room with big, look all the natural lighting coming in. Benches, artwork. God damn, bro. The only piece of artwork that I have in here is this. This is the only piece of artwork I have. Sneeze magazine, pullouts. This is my art. Cameron, I'm sorry, Jules Santana and Jim Jones for Supreme. This is my art. Oh God.
Come from?
Okay, so the top line is being raised in an environment without very much and wanting to change your space to make you feel something. You know, I walk in here, I feel safe, I feel creatively inspired. I feel as though I'm in a showroom. I'm in the
That's
thing
a
that I've always
fucking
dreamed
crib,
of
bro.
having,
That's
right?
so
And I'm
nice.
here. As a kid in a council estate, that sort of journey to your safe space through a smelly staircase and neighbors that you don't want to talk to but you have to interact with because you live on top of each other, and then you get in this West African hub where the place is always hoovered. There's always food in the fridge, something's always getting cooked for some reason, and then in that you have your little bubble.
Oh, that's probably the best. This is probably the best space I've seen in the house so far. The kitchen area looks fucking great. Look at the dining room. Look at how it leads out into the garden. I love the design of this arch. It kind of feels almost Catholic and something, right? It's giving me some sort of Catholic themes of this arch. I don't know if that's a reflection of the kitchen there or if the kitchen's here, But this dining room area that leads into the garden is beautiful, and some of the decking here as well. Might be my favorite space I've seen so far.
I was the kid that basically moved around my room once a week because I wanted it to feel different and I wanted it to feel fresh. So all I would do was just move the bed, move my desk, and move the one chair. And so I moved out super early. I moved out a lot younger than any of my friends. I bought my first house at 18.
What? God damn. No wonder you're so pissed off at me. And it's like, fuck, motherfucker, you still live at home and you're criticizing my things. Guy's got a marble workstation. Is that a marble, yeah? Marble workstation, sink basin? None of his cupboards have handles. None of his kitchen cupboards have handles, bruv. I don't know if you touch it and it opens. I guess it's a soft touch. Or maybe you wave your hand in front of it, it opens. None of his cabinets have handles.
Because I was working and it was a lot cheaper then, and you only need to put 5% down or whatever it was.
I got some hating.
I was renovating.
I got some hating.
18, and with every property,
holy
it's just
shit! Look at the bed.
7-year-old me.
Look at the bed frame. Look at the bed frame. That's beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen that before in my life. That's another room, right? But look at the bed frame on that one. That's really cool. He's got this wood. Maybe it would have been nicer to extend some of this wood on the backboard here, and maybe change the color of the plugs because this looks a bit gaudy. How it sticks out, but this bed frame is fucking beautiful. I love this idea where you take bits of wood, really thick bits of wood, and you join them together to create a bed frame. I guess maybe this is just the surrounding, the dressing. Maybe it's a regular bed frame in the middle, but I do love how that looks though. That looks really fucking cool.
Every property, it's just 7-year-old me moving furniture around
sweet.
again and trying to enjoy that process of being somewhere that I can really enjoy and don't want to live.
Look at the fucking library. Look at the office. Look at the library. Look at the shelves. That's a dream setup to me. And I love how everything's open so you can see it all. Some magazines are obviously, or some bits are facing. I think that's the album cover for Solange there as well. This is really fucking cool. Yeah, that's a dream setup. God damn, man. I gotta get out of poverty, man. I gotta stop fucking hating.
And at 18, I started off the back of referencing things that I saw in our decoration and literally bought it every single month. And then by the time I finished this place, they wanted to come and shoot my home. So it was one of those real full circle, I'm going to try not to cry moments, but it was kind of cool.
He seems like such a nice guy. I'm such a cunt. He seems like such a nice guy, innit? Yeah, I think he was safe to me too before I said what I said about his brand. I'm pretty sure we didn't have any issues, and I said what I said about his brand. I thought shit was sweet. Went to his party and he just told me to fuck off. Understandable, but oh my god, he seems super nice, isn't it? You know what I mean? His skin's glowing and shit. That's unproblematic, man. I don't think he got fired recently. I'm pretty sure he didn't get fired recently. Oh shit.
The previous family that owned this house were lovely. It's a Jamaican family with a ton of kids. So much so that everywhere I go, people go, "Oh, you bought the Colliard house, didn't you? You live in the Colliard house." Like, "No, yeah. I used to play football in that garden when I was a kid. I love that house."
Wow.
The father of the...
That's pretty cool though, to buy a house like that off of a black family is pretty cool. Not a lot of black families in London have homes, and you know, with the whole Windrush shit in the UK, that scandal, and a lot of kind of Caribbean people kind of being scummed out a lot of their houses earlier on. It's nice to see and hear that there was a whole entire family living here. But it's pretty sick, isn't it, how one entire family can live in this house, and he's made this his home for himself completely. No one else lives in here apart from him. I don't think so anyway. I don't think he has a family. I've not seen anything in the house that would show me that he has kids or anything. So it's just him by himself, which is pretty swaggy. I'm not going to lie.
Family used to tinker a lot, and he built these old sort of rooms that were an extension, but 1,000,000% self-made. And there was like a tree growing out of one of them. It was just crazy. And that footprint allowed us to continue the house into
Look at
the
that.
back.
It looks fucking beautiful.
Easy planning.
That's a huge home, isn't it, for one person? I fucking rate it. I also love this, actually. I love this outdoor seating area. This is, to be fair, it's a bit useless in London because, you know, the weather here is so fucking shit. But I do love this outdoor seating area where, you know, if it is a bit warm,
and or you just do, or sometimes in London you don't even care if it's warm because you just want to be outside in the light. You want to be outside in nature. You want to, you know, not be cooped up in your house all day. It is quite nice to have like a dedicated area where you can sit down. But I also love the fact that from what it can looks like, it's a mixture of like concrete and maybe some wood that it's made up of. So there's some seats there, maybe they're concrete blocks that you can move around, but they like, you know, they're kind of fixed to the area, at least the table is. So, and it's also concrete, so you know it can basically, it looks after itself in terms of maintenance. You probably just need to brush it. That's a pretty decent area. I love that. I'm not gonna lie, I really do love that area. I can imagine barbecues, summer and times and shit, or just nicking out there for a cheeky smoke or read is probably quite decent. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it's a huge house, fucking massive. All of this, I'm assuming. God damn, son. I can't remember the last time I walked up a pair of stairs. I was flight of stairs, yeah.
You know, we're in a gorgeous Victorian tree-lined street full of homes that have been here for hundreds of years. So to honour that with repointing the front and giving it a new lease of life, you know, bringing the bricks back and redoing the stairs and relaying the lovely tiling on the
Pick up young old vibes, brutal. He looked better than you, he got more money than you, he probably got more house than you, sad. Now the look better thing, I'd argue about the look better thing. I think on our day, I think if we both walked into a room and there was, you know, there was a bunch of fucking, let's say we both went into a room and there's 20 ladies there, I think I'd give him a good run for his money. If we had to go, if they couldn't know nothing about us, we just walked in and we had to riz, and you got scored via the numbers that you secured, I think I could push him pretty close. Even though he's a bit lighter than me and shit, you know what I mean? I think we're the same height basically, but I think I could push him pretty close. If we both focus into a room and it's like, okay, cool, now riz away, and every number you got, you scored a point. I think I could push him very, very close, very, very, very close. It would be within the 1 or 2 numbers off. He wouldn't fucking strip me and get 90 numbers and I'll get 1. Nah, it'll be pretty close. He might get 12, I might get 9, but it'll be close.
On the entrance, all of those details are really important to get right on the facade. But in the internal spaces, I feel as though I've at least kept one room that honours what this was, but also fully embraces what it could be.
The chat doesn't agree.
So on
the chat doesn't agree. The chat doesn't agree. The chat doesn't agree. Fuck all you hoes. Fuck all you hoes.
This archway is the door to the basement.
Okay.
And having a damn good carpenter is something that I've learned over the years. And
what does that even mean, brother? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Having a carpenter? What? Huh? Having a carpenter's like I don't even know what that means. How do you have a carpenter? Is that your friend? Is that somebody that you work with closely and you have a really strong working relationship and he does all your work in all your houses? Like, God damn it. That's a phrase I've never had to utter in my entire life. That's something that you only utter when you got some money, bro. When you got money, you start saying shit like, yeah, having a good carpenter, you know? What? So you're telling me you don't get your handyman from Find My Builder or something? You don't find your handyman through Facebook, you know? So you have like recommendations from like designer friends and cool friends that recommend you people who have worked on their house and have Instagram profiles and stuff and studios. Jesus Christ.
My great carpenter decided to make a pocket door that would act as both the fire door, but also the door to the basement.
Oh, that's so clever.
So when you close this, it basically closes off the basement door as well.
That's genius.
It's very smart. He was very pleased with himself when he realised we could use one piece and make it pocket.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that kind of worked out. When we dug up the
I don't even know if the only basement I've been in is basement clubs. I don't think I've been in. Hold on, is that a balcony there? Does he have a balcony in his house? Is that like a balcony area? No, it's not, is it? God damn, bro, this nigga's rich.
The front garden, there were actual cow bones out there. Now, my mum is probably gonna panic when she hears that because she's gonna swear to me it's freaking voodoo. But they, I believe, in these houses, you would have butchers sort of sometimes in the basements, and they would work there and they would just throw out what they didn't need.
God damn, man. The house is so nice.
I bought it with
Does not have a TV in there? Okay, that's quite nice. I quite like where the seats are sitting, so you can just concentrate on reading. There's not a TV there in sight. That's quite a nice little layout. I like that.
I bought it with the view to start a family here. That hasn't quite happened yet, but what I had.
Oh, you see what I mean? He's got the crib, just hasn't got the family yet. Already 10 points on the board. Imagine bringing back home some slaw. And she walks into this. It's going to be intimidating, or it's going to make you think, all right, cool, this guy's on some real shit. He's not just here for some play. He wants to, he's looking for someone. Because that's mad, bro. That is mad.
To reframe this place as being, in my mind's eye, was a hub for my community, for my village. The minute I was able to do that, I was able to make peace with what this place has become, and that is not my little kids running around it just yet, my nieces and nephews, of which I have 13, and having them here at Christmas or on my 40th birthday last year, and just having a house full of good energy and love and laughter is what this has become.
We're so opposite of people, man. I don't even celebrate my fucking birthday. Fuck a birthday. I think celebrating your birthday is fucking lame and dorky and ridiculous. I think, birthdays only really matter when you're under the age of probably 25. After that, you need to fucking grow up and stop fucking wasting everybody's time, pour yourself out a drink, get yourself a nice meal. I don't know, go and fucking, hire the services of some fucking night lady or something and keep it moving. But the way he talks about it does sound pretty nice. As much as I hate birthdays and celebrating anything of that malarkey, the way he talks about, bringing his family in this house during Christmas, having nieces and nephews running around, all the siblings, relatives, brothers, uncles and shit, is probably quite nice. And to have all those memories, because I'm imagining he's going to keep this house for a long time, to be able to look back on all those memories, all those years that you've kind of had in a house that you bought like that is amazing. And it could probably fill the gap. There's probably a part of him that's a little bit disappointed that he hasn't been able to start a family yet. But in the meantime, if you're able to bring your family here, your actual family, and the one you grew up with and extended members, and see how they grow up and year out, seeing how everyone's growing and shit, it's going to give you a sense of meaning as well. And then over time, when you eventually have your family, it's going to make it even more special. But Jesus Christ, man, we couldn't be any more opposite if you tried. But this is illuminating. This is really funny.
If you've got a lot of people in the house, people sort of break away to different areas, and the more you see, the more you'll clock that there's little pockets where people can gather. I'm very lucky. I have a gorgeous set of friends, guys and girls, and
I don't have any friends. Oh shit, he's got a Hermes scarf over his couch. I have a gorgeous set of friends. I don't have any. And he has a Hermes scarf, a Hermes blanket, over his couch, just lying there. In case you're cold, here's this Hermes blanket that probably costs more than your fucking monthly salary. Here's a Hermes blanket that probably costs more than your monthly salary, you little bitch. Oh God Almighty, this is great. This is fucking great.
When my pals are here, for some reason, this is the area where people sit, lean in, and just bitch. Christmas is amazing because all the kids go in the cinema.
This is so funny, man.
And they're in there watching Nemo or whatever, and you just forget that they're here, and then suddenly...
Every time I keep singing his first, I keep remembering him saying to me, yeah, man, that's my baby, it's my baby. I forgot, what was he angry about? What did that say? Was it a brand? Maybe it was a brand that he released. I think it might have been a brand. Maybe he did like t-shirts early on, and I said something about the t-shirts being shit. Maybe it was I think it was t-shirts. I'm pretty sure it was t-shirts, and I think it was his party the day after, or quite soon after I made the blog. Yeah, that's my baby, And we got into this like shouting match and like handbags. I am proof that hating actually is good. All right, hating wins. Look how successful I am. Look at how much of a success I am. Hating wins. Who do you want to be? Hey, me or him?
You've got Uno happening at this table. You've got people debating over who's making the best turkey in the kitchen, and nobody feels like they're on each other's toes. And it's lovely when you have it in a family context, but when it's friends, if like I'm hosting a game for the World Cup or something, it's just really gorgeous that the village that defines me and that has helped shape me have a place to congregate.
Bro, I'm going to Weatherspoon to watch matches, man. I'm watching them on illegal streams on a fucking 10-year-old MacBook Pro, and this guy's having friends around. Friends around his fucking mansion. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta fucking love the contrast.
I'm from a very traditional West African family, and culture is music, food, oral history, all of these things, and they all sort of have existed in this space, even though it feels.
And I love how people in the comments keep saying, "No, he's not zesty." That's the thing. People, he's just a regular UK guy. He just looks after himself. That's the thing. I think you guys in America are so used to men either being like gay or not gay. There's no like in between. There's no like there's no guy that just like looks after himself and also can maybe take your girl. That's it. There's nothing gay about the guy at all. I think actually no. If I remember correctly, he has a brother, doesn't he? Yeah, he has a brother actually. I think his brother might be gay. He has a brother that I think. Yeah, he actually has a brother. I forgot his name. He has a brother that I think is a stylist, but he's not. From what I know, he's not. He can definitely, take your wife. I think most likely.
Very contemporary. There is like ancient tradition that has happened in these walls that has not only kept me sane but kept me on the right path, advised me, made me laugh, fed me, done so many really soulful things, and they've all happened in this home.
That's really lovely.
Look at that floor. Look at that floor.
Soulful things, and they've all happened in this home.
God
That's really lovely.
almighty. Look at that flooring. All right. Jesus Christ, Agostina. Gotta get your life together.
I have to close this because I can't see this black square. It makes me angry. I can't see the screens. It's just like, oh, that's work. I don't want to see work in my kitchen.
Can we go look at a massive screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's our home theatre.
The everyman.
Oh, he's got a home theatre in there that looks absolutely. Oh my god. Oh my god. A home theatre. Wow.
This room has possibly the best sound I've ever had in a home.
And did you do a premiere of your movie in here?
He's got a movie. He released what movie did he release? Hold on, I don't even know what he's been up to. I have no idea what this guy's been up to since I've met him back in the day. What's he been up to? He's got a movie. What movie did he direct? Let's see his IMDb. This nigga's got a movie. He's a director now. What's the movie that he did? Director, movie. 2020, 2021. What did he do? A movie called Pirates and Roadkill. Roadkill in 2016, but I guess the newest, maybe it's Pirates. Is that what that one there? And what's he been a writer on? Okay, so Make Me Famous, written by him, a TV movie. So okay, let's see what's Pirates about. What the hell is Pirates? I've never heard of this movie called Pirates. He created a movie called Pirates. 3 18-year-old friends journey from north to south London to celebrate New Year's Eve of the turn of millennium. That sounds like a fucking cool plot, I'm not gonna lie. Written and directed by him. Let's play the trailer for this. Let's see what this trailer's saying for this movie that he wrote, that released in 2021.
Ice Cold Crew. Yeah. This is from the Ice Cold Crew. Yeah. On pirate.
It's based around pirate radio and garage back in the day. That's such a good premise. That's such a good fucking. I like that. It's based on that era of like, okay, hence the name, pirate radio, garage, jungle day, or not jungle. I think it's more of a garage thing. God damn, this looks fun.
Radio now. Whoa, we've blown up.
Can't believe you lot are pirates now. What are you doing later?
Meet me tonight and get some sort of shit.
Oh look, that's such a good attention to detail. He's got borderlines. If you're around back in the day, you know what I'm going about the borderline. That's such a good attention to detail. That used to be such an in thing, where you get your hair cut this way, where you have like a borderline all around the edges of your hair like this. This was a bit shaky, don't get me wrong, but that is such a good attention to detail.
how? You got no money, no guns, nowhere to go.
It's the biggest news Eve ever.
Getting into that party is the only thing that matters.
Boys, we're going on a mission. It's probably the only place with tickets left. Wait, doesn't your ex work?
Uptown Records, I remember Uptown
We're
Records.
not on the most amicable terms.
Yeah, legendary bridal show.
You don't happen to have like 4 tickets left for twice as...
I remember New Year's when I was 18. Goddamn.
Were you wearing then, kid?
Hating on my wardrobe.
Oh, your mum's a wardrobe.
No, it is in fact your mum that is a wardrobe. Your mum's Narnia, bruv.
Let me grab a large order of plantain.
You mean plantain?
Plantain.
Plantain.
Listen, Shaba. Plantain.
Where you find that? On a mountain? Oh.
I think she's into me.
I can't mess up my chances, so she knows all the words of gangster's paradise.
This is the last time things are gonna be the way they were.
Who punched off your face for you? Was it Steven Seagal?
Boys, whatever happens, we're doing New Year's together.
Alright, this movie looks good. This movie looks good. He's fucking smashes it. But does he have he's smashing it and killing it, right? He's smashing it and killing it, and that movie looks fucking incredible and really, really fun and harkens back to a time when I was around and stuff. But does he have a YouTube channel with 23,200k subscribers that's demonetized? Does he currently have 35 people watching him on live stream? No. Does he currently have a channel called The Random Show that has 870 subscribers? No. Does he currently have a DJ channel called Persistence Radio that's currently got 180 subscribers? No. Exactly. So who's really winning? Who's really winning? Oh shit. So he's been directing, cool. What else has he been doing? He's been directing. What else has he been up to? Directing. How else do we see stuff? Directing. Has he been starring in anything recently? Okay, that's his social media. Okay, he's got a podcast as well that he puts out, I guess, right? Berets with Fake Dread. He's got a podcast that he does. What else has he got here? He's been on other TV shows, Virgin Radio. Is there anything in the news about him? What's happening in the news? Reggie looks back. I went from council state to working class to working with the people I watched on TV. I sometimes have 3 pints of healthy ice cream. He's trying to be relatable, right? Trying to be relatable. I like that. My priority now is just being happy. Returns on production. Yeah, so like all good news. Nothing bad here. All good news. No scandals. No craziness. All good news. Oh, what? He's gonna have a baby. Shit. Okay. Oh, once again, he's confirming he's gonna again. Okay, confirms he's gonna be an uncle. Okay, no. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh, look, he's producing a what? Is he producing a documentary about her? I don't know about that. But yeah, damn. Okay. Life seems to be going good for him.
No, this screen wouldn't have been big enough. I've got way too many excitable friends that wanted to see it at once. So we did in fact, it was awesome. It's funny you asked. We did the premiere of my film at Brixton Ritzy, which was a place that I went to in my childhood. And
yeah, what Young Old Vibe says, look up his net worth. Let's actually see. What is his net worth? I don't know. Let's look up his net worth. Net worth. Let's see what happens here. It doesn't say. Frankly, it doesn't say. What's he do? Who's he engaged to? What's he doing now? Award-winning documentary maker, exploring identity and politics. Who's he engaged to? Currently doesn't have a children of his own, but he was previously engaged to model and blogger Tia Ward. Don't know who that is, but yeah, there's no net worth here. I don't see it. Where is it? Oh no, there it is here, right? Celebrity net worth. 3 million allegedly. 3 million. Allegedly say his net worth is 3 million. 3 million. 3 million allegedly. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. Let's go back again.
put my name on the big banner outside, and that might not mean much to a lot of people. And you know, there was an option to do a big central London thing, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to premiere the film in a place that meant something to me, and as someone who went there for the first time to see Blair Witch on a date at 14 years old.
You're romantic.
Oh man, me and Natalie Edwards at 14 went there to go and watch Blair Witch.
When you're looking at a piece of furniture or an artwork or an object or something, what are you looking for, do you reckon?
There is no way to answer that question without sounding like a massive douchebag.
God, do it.
So thank you.
That's why I asked it.
Thank you for setting me up. You know, look for something that speaks to me, man. Oh God, without sounding like a massive sausage, it is that, isn't it? It's something that speaks to you. You know.
Big up Asad Aziz. You're only 2.99 mil away from him. Yeah. Touching distance.
Every piece I have in the house is a motive.
I've obviously got to ask you about your photography.
Yes, yeah.
Because they're just fantastic.
Thank
Are they
you.
all by the same person?
No, it's a mix. So throughout the house, there's some stuff that I've shot. There's also stuff like here from Catherine Highland. But through here, I've got a piece from a friend of mine called Joshua Kissy, and this was a gift after going to his wedding. I went out to New York.
I know Joshua Kissy. Well, I don't know him. I did know him properly, but back in the day, I know Joshua Kissy. We used to actually post on the same forum, Hypebeast forum, back in the day. He used to have a blog too. I think he's a proper photographer now as well. I think he's a proper professional photographer. But I knew Joshua Kissy when he was doing loads of like street style pictures back in the day. But I guess Joshua Kissy picked his friends, picked the ones he was gonna stay closer to. He bet on the right horse.
When he married his gorgeous wife, and he said thank you with some photography, which is really sweet. And art for me and photography and things that you furnish your home with are emotional choices because you live with them. And you know, all you have to do is move a piece to realize how much energy it emits and also what it does to a space or doesn't.
Big up Asad Aziz. Will Joshua say he knows you? No, but I wouldn't say we were friends, but we were scene friends, you know? Scene friends is not really the same as like, would he say he knows me? If he saw me, he'd say he knows me. Or he knows of me, but I wouldn't say we're fucking pals or that we ever shared a beer together. But we were cordial over the internet, shared a couple of ha-ha he-he's here and there.
If it detracts from it, if it doesn't say something or doesn't make me feel something, it's not going on the wall. When I see this picture, I just think of me and my brother. The energy that this sort of emits without sounding all woo-woo about it, it just feels familial, it feels safe, it feels trusting, it feels warm, it feels silly and joyous. Like, we're very silly. My family, we're very silly. We love to laugh. And there's something about this just silly, but also very sweet and very much about trust. And yeah, this is me and Cobby.
Which one?
What can he not do, mate? Gallery. He seems like a gallerist, you know, art critic, writer, comedian, director, presenter, DJ. It seems like I see it on Destiny's Room. Reader of books, wearer of deep V-necks, owner of mansions in London. God damn.
One are you?
I'm the one on the back.
So you're the younger?
Yeah, I think I am. And the thing is, I don't think he quite realizes it because I'm the big brother and I love him and support where I can and I have his back. But he definitely in the last 5 to 6 years has not only come into his own, and if I'm going to be really honest, I think we swap roles. Right now, I'm definitely on his back and he's been amazing for me in recent years, but we definitely take turns.
Has a perfect relationship with his brother. Seems to be right at the center of his family. Everyone seems to love him. Seems to be the kind of meeting point. You know, everyone kind of goes to him like a beacon and shit, which I think is even outside the money. It seems they just like him. I like this little detail, by the way. I like the detail on the door. The little hinges being black. That's a nice little detail there.
Big thing here is this sort of polished plaster look-alike-y finish. So it's like 30 layers of paint that's super thin that you have to sort of work into over and over again. And my painters absolutely hated me because they were like, first coat. And I'm like, this.
My painters. I don't think I've ever said that phrase in my entire life. Someone that I hired to paint my walls, my painters. It's probably true.
These people he probably works with closely. They help him on different projects, maybe. They have a long-term relationship. They go back and forth over things. God damn, my painters, you know, my carpenter. God damn.
This is super thin. What we do? And I'm like, no, you got to put like 10 more coats.
Okay.
No, we don't want to do that. But ultimately, you get this lovely finish that kind of feels like plaster. And again, it's that thing of big walls, crazy volumes, crazy like size, Victorian room heights that you just soften with textures. This is something that I absolutely adore. I've got a few of these around the house. It's a skate deck that also sort of doubles as a really beautiful piece of art. And again, it's like a nod to my past as a kid that never quite became, you know, the superstar skater that I wanted to be. When my nieces come, sometimes they take over this room. There's like a reading nook, and all of the Babe and Ape stuff is just gifts from the Babe guys, because at one point in my life I lived in that store, you know.
People give you stuff a lot, don't they?
Yeah, I think I just, you know, I look like I need all the help I can get.
You know, when you move on from this place, which you eventually will, probably the furniture won't mean a lot to you. As you say, you'll probably change it.
Yeah.
But
When you move on, when you eventually will, what are you trying to say there? I don't think he wants to move on, does he? I think he wants to stay in that house for a long time.
all these things that people have given to you, they have emotional value, don't they? It's quite a different thing.
An office or some sort of space to house a lot of these trinkets will probably
yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention, the Bape thing. That's actually pretty true. The weird thing about the Bape thing as well, that was really fucking annoying back in the day. They were Bape, like, I think that's why I quite like the whole streetwear education that I got, because the unfairness, man, and the clickiness and the favoritism for the customers was so brutal when we were coming up. So we were coming up, I'm a bit younger than him, and we were trying to buy stuff, but obviously we didn't have the money or the contacts. So this Bape store in London, it was called Busy Workshop. It's on Upper James Street. Beautifully designed store, by the way. Beautifully designed store. Back when Nigo was still in charge of it. And they would only get like a small allocation of stuff, because back then Bape was mainly sold in Japan. It wasn't really available in Europe. So they'd always send like a very small allocation of Bape stuff to the store in London. But obviously, because at that time Bape was fucking red hot, or cool. Let's say not cool and red hot, it was more cool to a particular group of people. Everyone wanted it, but they would only send a particular amount over to Europe. So you were fighting with so it was literally, you were fighting over like 10 pieces. The whole of London was fighting over those 10 pieces, the ones that knew World One. So you had to fight not only the staff that worked there, you had to fight also the people who were kind of connected to the store, who were friends of the store. And obviously the staff that worked, they would favor certain people. So they favor maybe people that were maybe more clouted up, more influenced, or in some respects just more famous, in terms of Reggie Yates. So I had no idea behind the scenes that all these guys were getting given stuff before it even hit the shop floor. So we were out there queuing in the rain, queuing in the snow, queuing in the dark to buy these things and Bape in the morning, not knowing that by the time they opened the doors, half of the stock allocation had already been allotted to celebrities, to influencers, to whatever, before we even touched it. It's like, it was so heartbreaking. And what made it worse was that the staff, they kind of enjoyed putting us through hell in a way. What I mean, it's kind of like a weird thing. Like the Bape staff, if you know, like guys who know back in the day, the Bape staff were fucking cunts. Like till this day, there's a couple of them who, if I see them from time to time, I'll give them fucking evils, and if they say anything, do you know what I mean? I would fight. It's like legit, these guys were fucking pricks. Like they were the kind of people, like, you know, they'll tell you stuff is available, and then they make you wait for, no, they wouldn't make you wait because you're waiting off your own volition, but then you'd wait for like 10 hours outside the store, go there and, you know, they open the doors, oh, it's not available anymore. But you told me it was available. No, it's not available now. It's like, what? Like absolute cunts, absolute pieces of shit. So they made the process of buying Bape really hard. So it's funny to hear that all this time that I was trying to buy stuff, he was just getting sent stuff for free. Those are the levels. I was outside fighting people in the street, waiting in the cold, doing fucking McDonald's breakfast runs with my boys, the friends back in the day, trying to keep each other warm and keep our spirits high. Little did we know that they were already sending packs to celebs in the comfort of their own homes, to the comfort of their own homes. You know what I mean? It's just like, Jesus Christ.
The space for it, but again, they very much represent my 20s and in places maybe my early 30s. But today he says wearing a fluffy bright green cardigan. But it's, yeah, again, it's funky, Grandpa. It's a cardigan, but it's bright green. So it's giving trendy, Grandpa.
Grandpa's gone minty.
Yeah. Every day does have ritual in it for me. I'm up at 5 most days. I work out straight away, and then I'll steam, get my head together. I have some tea. I'll go for a walk, and all of this will be done by like 7:30. And then I've got loads of time to whack some music on and have throughout the house. Make a breakfast. If I'm fasting and I'm not doing that on that day, I'll take loads of time to pick out what I'm gonna wear. And I've got the room for it.
Yeah.
And then if I'm writing, I'll be in the office, or I'll be sat here just looking out to the garden, and that lasts hours.
Damn, bro.
This is basically my old man space. You know, like, you know, a lot of people talk about that idea of the old man out front with his cane waving at the kids in the street. This is the old man who is sitting looking at his yard, maybe reading a book and listening to Miles Davis. I have my mornings in here because, you know, this is east facing, and it's just really gorgeous being sort of sat at that bay window with a tea as the sun is rising. I'm an early riser, so I get up early, I'll work out, I'll steam or something, and then I'll chill and have a tea.
Oh wow,
here.
he's got a gym inside his house. Is that all inside his
A
house?
bay window with a tea as the sun is rising. I'm an early riser, so I get up early, I'll work out, I'll steam or something.
Fucking hell, fair play. I've only, maybe in recent years, I've actually, as much as I would love to have a home gym or like a garage gym, I actually kind of enjoy the ritual. The only thing I'd do differently once I kind of, you know, get to where I need to get to in life is I'd probably maybe get a membership in like a more bougie gym. Maybe a gym that has like more facilities, like maybe has a pool, has a steam room and shit. But I think the ritual of like getting up in the morning and going somewhere is quite nice. I don't think I'd be as motivated to work out if don't get me wrong, it's still a nice gym. It's a nice space, got the mirror, you got the squat rack. You know, you could do basically everything with this. What he's got there, you could do everything. You could do pull-ups, you could do fucking back squats, push-ups, you know, rows, dips, whatever, bench press. You could do everything on this machine, on this particular, you know, what you call it, rig he's got set up here in his house. But I think it's actually better to actually go to a physical gym. I think I'm way more motivated if I have to leave my house, kind of thing. It kind of and I also like the ritual and the routine of going, you know what I mean, getting ready, getting your stuff on. So maybe that's what I'll do differently. Maybe just go and kind of train at a nice, a bougier gym, maybe like an Equinox or like, I don't know, whatever bougie gym exists out there. That might be a nice experience to go to, but I don't think a home gym will be something that I would do. I like to kind of separate it, do you know what I mean?
And then I'll chill and have a tea here, and to have this whole room sort of glow orange as the sun rises. It's just the coolest.
That's actually really nice, and it leads out to the garden, right? Doesn't it? Okay, cool. That's pretty nice. The gym leads out to the garden as well. That's very, very nice. So you can get some fresh air as soon as you work out. If you want to, you know, blow some steam and shit, you can do so.
This is my gym.
Oh, cool. Is this a physical thing or is it a mind thing for you?
I mean, it's a really good question, because for me, it's more of a mind thing. The repetition.
It's more of a mind thing. The guy says in the fucking deep V-neck. Come on, man. Let's be honest. You like how you look in clothes. Come on. Physical thing, bro. Come on, man. The tits are fucking titting. Come on, bro.
Of a workout or an exercise or perfecting a movement, whatever it is, it's something that I love because it's so distracting from the things that I have to think about for the lion's share of the day. So to be able to just sort of take your mind out of work, take your mind out of whatever it is that you're doing and focus on this one thing, get lost in music playing and just really zero in, that's why I love this space. And yeah, the problems start the minute you leave this room. So it's like a nice little sanctuary, you know? This is a room where I get dressed in, where I keep my shoes, where I keep my clothes.
It's a pretty nice walk-in wardrobe, actually.
It's that thing of wanting to feel as though you're in a space that is perfect and unblemished and just polished. And it helps you feel polished as you leave.
Nice bathroom.
I'm single at the moment, but in those moments when I do have a girlfriend, it's been just so nice to sort of have the two of you at the sink brushing together. It's like one of the sweetest things that I found, particularly in my last relationship. Like at night, just when you're brushing, that ritual of brushing your teeth with your partner, talking about your day at the same sink. There's just something really unifying about it.
You must be a bit of an exhibitionist, Reg, because there's nothing at these windows and there's the neighbours, right?
You're gonna see this ass. If you're my neighbour, you're gonna see this ass. Today is somebody who writes and directs, and I rewrite a lot of other people's films and screenplays. I'm at this desk a lot, or I'm at my kitchen table just with my laptop just working away. There's a lot to be said for having a nice view in those moments where you're trying to think of the next thing.
Yeah.
Just sort of sat there like, no, how do I get out of this?
Yeah.
Snookered myself.
Tell me about the paint here. You've got this datum sort of halfway up the wall, is it?
Yeah, it's that thing of workspaces, isn't it? There was definitely a few classrooms for me at school that had this. Maybe there is a part of me that looks at this room and thinks, this feels a bit like the rooms you had to do work in. And I kind of like that, because to sort of have a room where you can close the door, knowing that what happens on the other side of that door is work, and everything that happens outside and beyond is home, I think is quite important.
So interesting.
This is a sanctuary for me, and I get how lucky I am because I'm a kid from a council estate. I've had quite a visible career, and I've shared my growing up with people I don't know, you know, across the UK, which is a very strange thing to experience. But there's a lot of beauty in that. This house definitely represents a safe space to step away from the public persona, step away from who people know me to be, and for me to fully be who I actually am, and also embrace what I can be for this next chapter, because it's easy to get caught up in this idea of wanting to be forever young, doing the job that I do. This place means so much to me in that I left behind my life on camera while I lived here, and I started my life behind the camera also as this place came to really take shape.
Beautiful house, man. Fucking beautiful.
I think if you're not part of a community, you're missing out on something. And I have that in my area. I have that in the people that come in and out of my front door. And because of the nature of what I do for a living, I have that with strangers as well. And I choose for it to be joyous as opposed to the alternative. And also the best thing about living on your own and being part of a community is that you can close the door and kick them out.
On that note.
Yeah, exactly. You can say goodbye, which is brilliant, especially with their kids.
You get
Fair play, man. Fair play. Fair fucking play. Fair fucking play. So, what have we learned from this particular excruciating, soul-destroying, somewhat embarrassing and humbling experience during this podcast? We have learned that just maybe, hating isn't what it's all cracked up to be. You're funny in the moment, you get the clicks, you get the likes, you get the follows, you get the notoriety in some respects, sometimes even infamy, which can sometimes be quite nice. But in the long run, having a heart full of hate and always being quick to criticize could mean however many years down the line, you also could stumble across a video of somebody who you may have had a tiff with back in the day showing off their $1 million home that they live in by themselves comfortably. That's very well decorated, very well furnished, and clearly very well looked after, because you could tell this motherfucker's one of those type of people that enjoys cleaning his house himself. He might have some assistance here and there, but you can tell he enjoys like rearranging shit, you know, because he comes from a black household, so there's no such thing as having cleaners. You can tell he's fucking mopping, clean. Like, that's a well looked after home. That's a home that's spotless for most of the time. He don't live sinks in the fucking, you know, in his fucking sink overnight. Anything that gets used, gets washed, gets dried, gets put back away. Living good. That smile, you know, comes from everything being on auto pay. That's an auto pay smile, you know. That's a smile of everything's on auto pay, you know. Everything's on auto pay. Nothing bounces. There is no moving money from here and there. There is no taking money from your Monzo, putting in savings in case you know, Apple comes and starts to take the $10. No. Everything just works. Anyway, big up Reggie Yates. Big up Reggie Yates. Great to see. Great to fucking see. Absolutely great to see.